guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Liz, and today I'm going to be using the brand new Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Shane Dawson Conspiracy Palette. This palette was such a hot commodity, and I'm so glad I got my hands on it. If you guys got this palette, you can do the look that I've created here with me as I go through it. Otherwise, you guys can just grab some popcorn, a drink, and just watch. If you guys are new here, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment below telling me what other makeup products you want me to use on my channel. Alright guys, let's get into the Conspiracy Palette. So today I'm going to be using the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Conspiracy Palette. About a year ago, an old school YouTuber, Shane Dawson, did a documentary series on the beauty influencer and brand owner, Jeffree Star from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. In that series, Jeffree and Shane talked about creating their own palette and going really deep into the beauty community and what it takes to produce a palette and be a brand owner. It took about a year to create, but recently Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson just released a brand new documentary following Shane and Jeffree's journey creating a brand new makeup palette together. The palette that they ended up creating was the Conspiracy Palette. Now this baby retails for $52 and is a super hot commodity. Once people saw the effort and the energy and the journey from the documentary that Shane and Jeffree had to go through and put into this palette, every single person that saw the documentary wanted to get their hands on it, including me. And to our surprise, they actually created a second mini palette called the Mini Controversy Palette. I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial using this palette in a totally separate video from today's. In the documentary, we got to follow along as Jeffree and Shane went through step by step in the whole creative process, choosing the amazing packaging, choosing the colors and the layout for the different eyeshadows, and stamping different icons on here and naming the shadows. They took us in depth, really deep, and we felt, or at least I felt, a connection when creating this palette. I felt like it was mine, Shane, and Jeffree's palette, to be honest, so I had to get my hands on it. Even if you guys don't like this palette or don't use it, if you saw the documentary, you know what an amazing journey it was to create this palette, all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it. It was such an amazing learning experience, especially because I am a business major. I also love makeup, and eventually one day I would love to own my own makeup brand or create my own palette or cosmetics. So I really learned a lot from the series. I thought it was extremely interesting, and I hope they come out with more documentaries about the business world and the aspects of creating different cosmetics and going into marketing and all the rest of the stuff that comes with it. So to get really in depth into the packaging, this is similar to the Blue Blood palette where it's a coffin shape, except it's a little bit different. It's really nice, very luxurious, very heavy. We have a nice swirl, kind of like a hypnotizing swirl with the word conspiracy across here. There is a SD logo, which stands for Shane Dawson, and it is nice, hard, and metal. I really like this touch that they added here. There's clasps that open the eyeshadow palette. There's a super nice mirror that is the length of the entire palette. And then we have the amazing shades that Shane picked out and named. Each shade has its own unique name that is sentimental to Shane and his life. So we have the first shade here, Ranch, My Pills, Tanacon, Diet Root Beer, Just a Theory, and Spiraling. This top row is basically your neutral colors that you could wear on an everyday basis, to work, to school. If you're getting married, this would make a beautiful bridal look. The second row, which is Conspiracy, Pig Mint, Food Videos, Trisha, Cheese Dust, and Flaming Hot. This is your more spicy row. This row would be amazing for summer looks, creating vibrant looks that are out of the box, and just to spice up a regular everyday neutral look. I think these colors would actually be really cute to add to a neutral look, and then doing that trend of putting a pop of neon color in your inner corner. The bottom row is a little bit deeper and darker and more sultry. We have Where's the Tea, Diet Cola, Not a Fact, Sleep Paralysis, Illuminati, and My Rides Here. This row is really good if you want to deepen up a look, or you want to even do a Christmas look with the green or the maroon, or to do a nice smoky eye and add some silver in it. Or even Sleep Paralysis is a beautiful, stunning color. I am super excited to dive into these shadows. They are the same exact formula as Jeffree's regular formula. There's nothing different about that. The only thing that's different is the fact that these shades have not been in Jeffree's other palettes. Now, there is one shade that does repeat and comes in the Mini Controversy palette, which is Diet Root Beer, which is your standard everyday neutral look. In today's look, I'm going to be using some of the pink shades and the silver shade. I also got 2 of the lipsticks. I got the pink ones, and this is the stunning packaging right here for the different lipsticks. Shane picked lipsticks out that were unique to the collection. They've never been produced by Jeffree Star Cosmetics before. We have the component, which has the Jeffree Star logo, and then it actually says Shane Dawson around the top. The bottom of the component is the standard regular Jeffree Star lipstick component with the Jeffree Star logo on it. Like I said, I did get 2 of the pink shades, so I will swatch them for you now. This first shade is Ryland, who is Shane's boyfriend. This is a really nice metallic baby pink color. And here is the shade Ryland. The next color I got is called Oh My God, which is a baby pink matte color. And this will dry down. It is a matte formula. This is Oh My God. Both of these lip products actually smell like root beer. It's like spot on. Smells like a root beer sundae. It is amazing. Very unique. They really nailed it with this scent. Jeffree Cosmetics is cruelty free, and he does have a vegan formula. So on the packaging, it might say that several shades are not safe for the eye area. All this means is that some of the shades might leave some staining on your eyes. I don't know what those are offhand, so you would have to look at the packaging or Jeffree's website. Alright guys, so let's start the eye look. My eyes are prepped and primed with foundation and Huda Beauty concealer, and I've also set them with Laura Mercier setting powder. This is the way I start all of my eye looks, so I know that this combination is foolproof. The first color I'm going to go into is My Pills, which is this really nice baby pink color. It's super light. I'm not sure if this would show up on darker skin tones, but it should be brightening for my skin tone. I am going to put this into the highest part of my crease, and so far there is a crap load of fallout, which I'm kind of surprised at. This shade is very, very brightening, and you can tell, at least on my skin tone, that there is a pink tint to this color. The best thing to do with shades that give a lot of fallout is actually to tap them onto your eyelid instead of swiping them. I did a tapping motion on this eye, and there is far less fallout than on this eye where I did a sweeping motion left to right. The next shade that I'm going to go into is Pigment, which is this really nice baby pink matte color. And I am just going to tap this on a little bit lower than the first shade that I used, My Pills. If you look at the pan itself, there is a lot of kickback in the pan. This doesn't really bother me as long as I don't get a lot of fallout on the face. I'm fine. I'm going to take a really detailed blending brush and go into this Flaming Hot shade, which is a really bright pinkish reddish matte shade. And I am going to be creating a halo look today, so I'm just going to take this on the outer parts of my eye. So right here on the outer third, and then in the inner part of my eye as well. I'm also going to connect the two shades, and I'm going to take the connecting part a little bit higher because I do have a little bit of a hooded eye, and when I open my eye I still want to see that Flaming Hot shade. I'm going to take another little clean detailed blending brush from Morphe, and I'm going to dip into Not a Fact, this really nice deep burgundy maroon shade, which is matte, and this one is super pigmented, so use a very light hand. I'm going to put this on the outer part of my eyes just to really deepen up the halo eye. Now that I have the main shadows on my lid, I am going to take my P. Louise base in shade Rumor 0.5. I'm going to take a really small flat shader brush from Morphe, and I'm going to cut my crease just in the center. If you're a beginner and you've never cut your crease before, it's really helpful to use stamping motions instead of trying to cut it within one swipe. I'm going to take my finger and just gently pat out the edges so that we don't have a harsh line where the shadow and the base meet. See how it's blending in and it's kind of a nice, really soft gradient instead of a harsh line? That's why it's so important to take your finger and blend it out. I'm going to take a different flat shader brush from Morphe, and I'm going to use the Morphe and Jeffree setting spray to just wet the brush. And I'm going to go into this Silver Diet Cola shade right here, and I'm going to put this on the center of my lid. I'm going to go back into Flaming Hot and blend those colors together between Flaming Hot and the silver shade. I'm also going to go back into Not a Fact, the deeper maroon shade, and I'm going to build this color up again right on the edges. I'm also going to take a little flat shader brush, go back into the deepest color, Not a Fact, and I'm just going to line right above the silver shade so it stands out a little more. I'm going to take a little bit of Stila liquid eyeshadow in Diamond Dust, and I'm just going to tap it over the center of the silver part to make it stand out even more. This is just going to add a little bit of glitter to it, just right in the center here. I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to go over Ranch, and I'm going to add this to my brow bone. I'm also just going to take a clean finger and I'm going to blend that Ranch shade out so it's not as harsh. I'm going to take a Sigma little tiny blending brush. I'm going to go into Pigment and I'm going to run this along the lower lash line. I'm going to take a flat shader brush. I'm going to go into Flaming Hot. Just tap a little bit on it and put this really close to my lash line. And then I'm going to take the same flat shader brush, go into the Burgundy Knot Effect, and put this on the outer part of my lower lash line as well. I'm going to take just a Theory and Ranch, mix them together, and pop it in my inner corner. Okay guys, so I'm going to do the other eye, put on liner and mascara and lashes. Okay guys, so the eyes are officially done. I'm going to do a couple of swatches for the lipsticks. This first shade is a matte liquid lipstick, and this is called Oh My God. This is one layer of Oh My God liquid lipstick. And I can smell the root beer. It smells so good. Just for fun, I am going to pair the Rylan shade on top of the Oh My God shade. So these are both of the liquid lipsticks together. I do think adding the Rylan shade on top actually makes it look a little bit patchy, surprisingly. But Jeffree Star has amazing, really comfortable liquid lipstick formula. So if you guys are looking for something that isn't drying, is very comfortable on the lips, is a little bit moisturizing, I would definitely recommend picking up any one of Jeffree Star's liquid lips. They all have the same formula. And these ones, the Shane Dawson ones, are the same formula as his regular ones. So I would definitely not combine them. I would wear one or the other. So I am going to put on some lip liner and see what I can do with these lipsticks. And I'll be right back for the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the lip. I have the KKW lip liner in 90 Supermodel, and then I dabbed some of the Oh My God Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star shade on top, and I am loving it. I think it would look even better glossy, so I'm going to take Dose of Colors, the Most Gloss, and I'm going to add this on. Oh yeah. Now this is a super sickening lip look. Oh, I love it. This might be my new go-to lip. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I think this came out really, really cute. I really liked the formula in the Conspiracy palette. I did notice that a couple of the shades were a lot drier than the rest of them that I used. So the shade Flaming Hot was really dry. A little bit difficult to use, but Not a Fact was even drier and even more difficult to use. So I don't know if I would ever use those two shades again, if I'm being completely honest. The other shades that I did use though, the Diet Cola, Ranch, My Pills, Pigment, and I used a little bit of Just a Theory. Those shades were super pigmented, super buttery, very creamy. I really liked those. So I'm definitely going to be doing more looks with the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette. If you guys want to see any more looks, please let me know in the comments below. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!